Let's go! I'm gonna do voiceover for some of the stages. I bought those extra soft square pastels, that's Australian earth, and it varies from warm yellow to almost dark brown. Gesso board, so it's already primed for oil paintings. And the lens that attaches to the phone. My secret item. A box of oil paints. And my paint thinner and oil. And a box with all my brushes I may need. My oil sticks. And more oil sticks. And I got this new color and it's basically shiny and fluorescent. I'm just putting the smaller items into the bag so it doesn't get crashed. And most importantly, my color palette. And a phone holder to my tripod. And actually the most important thing is the toilet paper. I think it's the best way to clean your brushes and it's so easy and cheap. And don't forget my tripod. It's actually a clip-on that you can clip on basically any kind of surface. There's something extra I wanna take. It's the craft knife. And we're ready to go. Now I'm gonna introduce some of the agendas. First of all, I'm gonna create a complete artwork within the time that I'll stay in each Airbnb. And secondly, I want to teach my boyfriend one drawing technique every single night. The ultimate goal is that we can finish one art piece together. I want to send a photo of my paintings to the Airbnb owners and just enjoy the trip. I'm gonna set up for the first day in this trip, and I could use the gesso board, but why not? So here's my mystery items. It's a timber board and it's round. I always see that from TikTok, but I never actually used it. Now I think about it, I probably should prime it with gesso, but apparently I didn't. I layered some toilet paper under the board so it doesn't get the paint on the chair. It's actually quite scary painting an Airbnb because oil paintings can sometimes get really messy. I might choose a colder-ish tone grey and I might try and mix. It wasn't that easy to apply on colors in that setup because the timber board keeps moving, so it's not an easel, it can't get clipped onto anything. During this trip, I brought a camera and I actually enjoyed the process of photographing. I took some photographs of Airbnbs and surrounding areas to just show you as a reference. I personally didn't use it because I prefer to paint on site because it's a waste of an opportunity to paint through a photo when you can actually see the thing. And the first day was rainy a bit and it gets sunny and rain again, so I never actually painted anything in a raining scene, especially it was storming as well for a short while, so I'm pretty excited about the process and just enjoy the process and thinking how the whole painting would turn out. Well, I'm showing the footage of me painting the first artwork in my first Airbnb, and I'm just gonna tell you some side stories. When we arrived, we saw those huge dome-looking tents, and I thought we must book something like that, but actually we just ended up in a really small one, and it's kind of misadvertisement because the photos online, it looks really big and there's no other options that I discovered at that moment. So we were a little bit disappointed, but actually inside is really cool. First day was a challenge because the day was getting dark really quick and I think we arrived really late, like 3 p.m, so I didn't have enough time to actually paint. So I had to leave half of it to the second day's morning. Just quickly go to dinner. This is the outside of the dome, and when I was painting, I saw this, and it's really interesting color that I want to capture maybe later because it's getting light. I'll probably use a hint of red. It's the contrast of the coat tone on the stone. It's processing to revealing to my boyfriend our secret mission throughout this trip. It's day one of my secret mission. And I'm just gonna summarize what I told my boyfriend in this tutorial, like saying. So the first night I decided to teach my boyfriend about how to find a shape, and he's been practicing drawing human head and I just wanna give him some tips about how to find the shapes and how to capture it quickly and accurately, hopefully. And my method is for the beginners, so it'll be kinda doesn't sound like much freedom, but it's just for him, in my opinion, easier to understand. I explained a lot about the softness and the darkness of those pencils, and I personally prefer to start with a softer pencil because it doesn't really leave a mark, and when you control your force nicely, it just can be erased really easily. Basically, if you want to start with the head shape, my method was draw almost a circle first, so it gives you an idea of shape of your head. And I suggested that the same length of half of that circle is where the bottom of your face line would be. Secondly, I went on the steps to draw those eyes because the tutorial he was watching drawing some circular shapes to indicate where the eye is, so I did kind of the similar thing to just explain to him easier. So then you know where the eyes go. Turn to examine if he actually got what I said. And at the starting, I just thought his guidelines a bit too dark and too much force on the pencil, but I probably should just let it go because you can't force anything to become an art. And he was struggling a lot around the guideline. I think it's a bit confusing for him about those half, midpoint, and 2/3, so it's gonna be a rough start. I think the greatest achievement of the whole night was he's actually getting the idea of capturing the general shape, then focusing on one singular hair, because usually he would do the hair in the way that he draws line everywhere, but he actually drew the hair in terms of the shape. So I thought it was a success that I taught him the idea of capturing shape. At night, we watched some art shows. It's actually really bad. I don't recommend at all. And it's the second day. I'm really short of time, so I had to speed up. I enjoy the process of adding those raindrops on the transparent sheet because I can't call it a window because it's a tent. And I added some bright colors because now bright colors is my thing in art, so I can't just get rid of it even though I don't have enough time right now. We're on the way to another Airbnb. Let's check out the Airbnb. Shall we just go in? Oh. A sink. A toilet. A shower. A toaster. A fridge. Whoa, that's the bed? There's a tree house in the Airbnb. And I wanna see if I can get on there. Whoa. 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 Like a castle. And gonna decide what I'm gonna paint today later. See ya. And I'm gonna get the second painting of today's Airbnb. And this panel of that tree house. Or I'm interested in this front of Okay, I moved things out on a bench, so I'll paint here today. I set a base tone of blue because I want a cold tone because everything's quite warm and yellow and greenish. So today I want to try something else. I want to try to get the basic shape and tone with those oil sticks, and I'm gonna set a base as an oil painting, and after it dries a little bit, which I won't in just a day, but later I'll put soft pastels for the details. To the starting of the second painting in the second Airbnb, I was actually relieved because how small it is. I'm gonna use the soft pastel on this painting. It's still really wet. I mean, not dried yet, and I'll see how it goes. I drew the first line of the highlight here. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it looks quite crisp. When I started the timber board for the first night, I didn't even, and I assume it can be cheating, but art is art. It's not limited. It's what's great about it. Here's how it looks now, and I have a really limit selection of colors. It's all basically for the warmer yellow and reddish tone, so I don't really have anything for the bushes and the trees, so I'm probably gonna add more details using my oil paint. So when I'm playing the footage of me painting, I'm just gonna tell you a bit of background story of the second day. And I grew up in the city, so I never actually been in a tree house, so it was kind of exciting for me. And the second greatest thing of all was it has a toilet that's actually inside, because the tent had the toilet outside and it was storming and pouring throughout the night, so I couldn't use the toilet and it was freezing cold. The second painting started a bit messy because the new method I wanted to experiment, but at the end it's kind of nice. It's what I like about the color, about the variety of vibrant contrasting colors existing on the singular panel. And the second day, there is a secret mission that I can't tell my boyfriend yet. I took a photo of his back secretly, and I'm gonna paint on one of the two. I put a pink base tone because it's how he thinks my favorite color is, but I like it anyway. And I don't know if I can finish on day 2, so it should be fine because I will only give him on day 4 after he finish the mission that I will assign to him. I'll do the basic shape of the hair first. Second day's topic is adding value on the shapes, because I think it can prevent him from tripping in the same mistake that he has to like draw the hair like as lines. It doesn't form as a shape. Applying value, it basically defines you that you can only take that as a shape now because it's a block of color. So I'm gonna summarize what I told him. It's really simple. Firstly, pick a bright color, and secondly, pick a darker color that creates the contrast, and apply the lighter color on where the item gets the light, and apply the dark color in where the shadow areas are. So it can create a really quick three-dimensional feeling to the hair, and I personally think it's probably the easiest and most summarized way that I can taught him. Three-dimensional feeling of the hair. And starting off his turn of practicing, and he wanted to start from drawing the head first because it's what he was trying to learn. And he started to do the hair only afterwards because it was too much work for him. And I think the result turns out great because he understood what I wanted him to achieve. And even though it looks a bit of messy, but you can tell the three-dimensional concept is there. It's something like that. It's finally a house. It has another room. I'm gonna unpack my drawing stuff for the last time. And today is the third Airbnb for this Airbnb. And the last two panels will be the secret mission of this whole video. I think I'm just gonna go with the option 1, which is this part of the house. And I'll probably go for this angle. Well, I'm showing you the footage of me drawing the third Airbnb. I'm just gonna tell you how my third day of the trip goes. It's really relaxing to see a whole house after spending 2 nights in a tent and in a basically a really narrow van. But this Airbnb is located in a quite suburban area, so it's less nature, but it's an opportunity for me to just paint the inside of the house, so it adds the variety to my artwork collection of this trip. I'm a kind of person who really likes big bathrooms, so there will be a twist in the third days of this trip, and you will see in very soon. I chose to paint that angle because I really like the wallpaper. The wallpaper is green in general, but it reflects kind of shiny golden tone beneath all of that. So I think it's really the chance for me to use the oil stick that's golden that I haven't been using it since I bought it. The oil stick is still quite sticky after I opened it, so I thought it might work, but it didn't, so I had to peel its skin off. I mean, just look at that shine. Like, it's the color that you can add on the canvas that you would actually elevate the whole visual enjoyment of this painting. And that's why I like colors. and I like variety of colors that's almost collaging but not quite. I'm just gonna add more gold to it. Slightly more. This is the secret mission part again, which is the surprise for my boyfriend. I didn't quite finish it in day 2, so I had to quickly complete it when he said it. I really like the contract that created from the light and shadow, and I just like how the whole window is almost white. It just provides the best contract that I can ever imagine. So I'll just speed up the footage for you to see the final result, and hopefully I can surprise him with this painting. Obviously, after he completes my mission that I assigned to him. I bought those crayons from Woolworths, and it's basically a bus bomb. It's those crayons, it's basically, I assume soap based, and it can be used to paint on the bus stop, and I'm sure it's for kids, but like, why not? And here is me destroying this Airbnb. Like, how can I call the video painting every single Airbnb that I stayed without actually painting over it? And I might took a clip of that, put it in the preview in the starting of the whole video to just make it interesting. And this is the last day to teach my boyfriend, and the concept I picked is detailing, because it's just an add-on step based on day 2, and the first half of the process was the same. It's applying shadow color, applying the color that's in the light, and rub it with finger or a piece of paper to blend it. But today I picked a reference photo that has a girl with braids, so it makes the shape more complicated. But once the shape is more complicated, it's the chance for people to learn how to understand the shape as a whole, not too singular on the detail, because hyper-focusing doesn't work for me, at least in my opinion, for art and painting. And because I have to utilize all the tools that I had on me, so I had to add details using my oil paint a bit. But the concept is the same, that I use my detail brush to emphasize the highlight and draw some of the singular here, just add a bit of differences on the painting so it creates the level of detail that I want him to achieve in these 3 days of tutorials. And when he's practicing for the final time, I actually quite shocked about how much he actually understood and captured what I liked him to know a bit more. And above all that, I really like how his painting turns out. I personally just really like his experimenting more color, more technique, and just a better understanding of the basic theory And I think it's another win for me in this challenge. And it's the final day. And I told him about this final challenge that I will assign to him is draw a portrait of me, but only with my hair because I don't want to reveal my face. And just wait for the result. I personally think it's quite shocking. Like, I really like it.
I want to take a photo as a reference.
Like, it's almost like me because I told him. I don't know it's a good thing or bad thing. And that's the end of the whole trip. I never done anything like this before, and I haven't been painting on field for years, and to regain that chance to do that is quite a luxury for me. After I got home and I messaged two of the Airbnb hostess, because one of them is actually a company, so I can't. And I was really nervous and awkward. And I didn't reopen that app after almost 4 or 5 days. And I did get a reply. If you like this type of video, please let me know.